simple words, and they stir emotions and feelings across the entire state of Alabama, which can be felt and in many cases starts blood to boiling because rivalries like this define this great sport. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Auburn Tigers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. He's got it out. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And you cannot start this game any better than to take the opening kickoff all the way to the house. How about the speed by the return man? Once he got in the open field, that dude was gone. This place is going crazy.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. How about that for starting things with a bang? Opening kickoff and house that baby. What a job there. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man. Breaks into the open. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
And these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. They'll try the run. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
The give to the left side. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long. Now you're set up to flip.
Tries to slither forward on the sneak. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Creates a little room. There he goes. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down. There's a rich tradition of running the football at Auburn from James Brooks, Joe Cribbs, Bo Jackson, Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown. They love to find a tough running back to feed the rock.
Such great history, such great lineage of ground and pound and great athletes. And it's just a physical mindset of Auburn. And they're always that team that wants to run the football.
The Tigers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He's got it on the run, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Auburn.
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Formation for these receivers. Going right to work up top. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm.
Oh, he's got some space. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Alabama pushing the tempo. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to build on it because they haven't proven they're a top 10 team, and they want to get to that point.
Yeah, let's stay hungry. Let's not be satisfied with the fact that we just broke into the top 25. Let's get in the top 20, top 15, top 10. Let's make the college football playoff. Don't want to get ahead of your skis here too early. It's a nice thing to be inside the top 25 now, but you want to continue to get better.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Under fire. Going to try to pop one on the screen. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3. They get to the line quickly. They'll try to get it through the air. Zings it complete to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
And That's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Oh, it's a reverse. Past the first down marker and still running. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bama!
One of the things I love about reverse plays is you take advantage of the defense's fast flow. And when they saw the ball going one way, everybody started running that. And all of a sudden, they flip it to the receiver on the reverse, going back the other way. He's got way too much speed for anybody to catch up. It's a really good play call and good timing on that play call as well.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. From the gun, the ground game. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being at Bryant-Denny Stadium and just feeling the energy. It was just completely different versus anything I'd ever seen in college football before. David, there's a different meaning to this game for both of these schools in the state of Alabama.
Yeah, and it's just different because I think being in the state, like fans are around each other all year long. Players are around each other all year long. You know, the Iron Bowl is a civil war of hate between each other all year long, and they get to settle it on a big stage every year.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Hayden. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Trying to make magic on the scramble. At the 40, there he goes. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Figueroa. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. Quick strike complete. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Auburn lines up quickly. Try to march their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. He wants to throw it. He's into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and we've got a tie game. They marched 79 yards on the drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off play action on first down. On the move, he fires. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
So here comes the Auburn offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. On 4th down, going to the air. Makes a catch, first down, and maybe a lot more. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense. Looking to throw. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Tight ends are supposed to be the quarterback's security blanket, especially down here in the red zone. And that time, he just dropped it.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. The play action fake. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Auburn!
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. That's caught. It's straight. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
They'll try to put it in drive this time on 2nd down from the 22. He might want another play. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He unleashes a long one. Makes the grab inside the 30. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
From the red zone, looking for a space. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Snap to the back. Creates a little space. Turning it on. Hard-hitting tackle. Looking to convert. They'll go to the Wildcat. Direct snap. And this time they're waiting for him, and he only gets back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Wanting to move the chains. Here comes Alabama on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
Man, that is picture-perfect execution by this offense. That is how you close a half. Chewing up some time, getting in the end zone, a chance to tie this up and feel really good about yourself going into halftime.
And he added the extra point. and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. They'll run the option. Quick toss. Got enough for the first. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback, and too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Looking downfield on first down. Can't find the receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set to put toe to leathers. We are deadlocked here in the third. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Breaks into the open. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down. And I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping me.
And the Tigers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Figueroa. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the right. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Makes a grab past the marker. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. The Tigers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Again to get it in. Touchdown, Tigers. And that one will put them up here in the second half.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes continue to feed this man the ball.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. He'll start this drive going to the air. Working the middle. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly. They've had receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
They're dealing with a second and long. Quarterback making checks. Going to swing it on second down. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Got room on the return. He's at the 20. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Now improvising. He'll be wrestled out of bounds at about the 7-yard line.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, He sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Auburn lines up quickly. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Auburn extends its lead as the Tigers are turning back the tide.
And I give credit to Auburn, too. It seems like every year when these two teams play, it doesn't really matter what Auburn has done leading into this game. They are able, time and time again, to play their best when they play against the Tide. They're doing it again here in the second half.
And I hate the cliche, throw the records out, but it does matter in this game. Why? Both these schools, in the same state. They hate each other. The fans hate each other. Got recruited by the same schools. There is nothing about these two teams that like each other.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Tight end now in motion. To the air on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Oh, does he turn that loose down the middle? And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Three straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going for a big play downfield. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to throw on first down. He tries to take the top off. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. And he's brought down, but this interception, a huge play to end this quarter. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. keeping it on the ground with the single back. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. And the Tigers want to move quickly.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
They'll go right back to it. There he goes. Touchdown, Auburn. He got a step and just dusted the field. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Tide offense rolls onto the field. Weeks like this aren't tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. He's in open space downfield. He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 31.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload. Oh, you got to reload.
And it's his 4th interception of the game. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Offense in a bunch formation. Give to the single back. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Trying to pound their way forward, he picks up a couple to the 31.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away.
Oh, he's got some space. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the 4th quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his big tight end. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Touchdown, Tigers! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row. Now they've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. You got to stop turning the football over.
The defense going to stop the clock with it. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. So now it's 2nd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying to turn the corner on the left. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Alabama quickly back to the line. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got his man on the right. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Alabama.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Toss to the left. Running to Green. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to adjust the pattern. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll pull it down. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run, but that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
He's forced out of bounds inside save the touchdown, at least for now. They want to throw it. Firing to the right, complete. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Trying to pound their way in. And they stop him again for no gain, and it will be 3rd down.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Slams ahead. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollock.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice.
And I like the decision to go for it. And I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal, are they going to power it in? Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch, huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. The snap sets up to throw. He's into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and they shave a couple more off of this lead. Since 1893, this game has meant more to the fans in the state of Alabama than any other sporting event, and the toilet paper will fly at Toomer's Corner. The Eagles will fly, and it is an orange and blue game as Auburn takes down the Tide in the Iron Bowl. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.